Hi grades 4, today is Wednesday, April the 21st, and for our math lesson we are looking at practice 2F. It is on page 64 of your textbook and I'm looking at practice 2F. Okay, so let's go ahead just like we do normally. I'm going to do each question with you. If it's a two-part problem, I do the first part with you and you do the second part on your own, then you go ahead and check your answers from your answer key. Okay, so let's get started. Question number 1 says Eric and his friend had 3 plates of fried rice for lunch. Each plate of fried rice cost $2.50. How much did they pay all together? Okay, so we know that one plate is $2.50 and they ate 3 plates of fried rice, right? So we know what we need to do because 2.50 times 3 is what we need to do. And that is what we are going to do for our first question to find out how much did they pay for each plate. Oh, sorry, how much did they pay all together? So grades 4, today I'm going to encourage you to do, if I tell you this is the operation you need to do, as in like whether you need to multiply, divide, add, or subtract, I'm gonna let you do it on your own. Then you're gonna go ahead and you're going to check from your answer key. But I would highly encourage you, before you check your answer key, please do it first. Okay, so we have to multiply one price to 3 prices, right? Because they ate, this was the cost of one plate of rice. How much would it be for 3? It would be obviously more than $2.50. So for that, we multiply. Okay, once you're done, please check your answer. So this was question 1. Let's move on to question 2 and see what is it that we need to do. Okay, question 2 says, Mrs. Lee used 6.6 meters of lace for 4 pillowcases. If she used an equal length of lace for each pillowcase, how much lace did she use for each pillowcase? Okay, so let's go ahead and, so one pillowcase, right, 1 equals 6.6, right? So 4 equal. So 4 pillowcases, she used 6.6 of lace for 4 pillowcases. They want us to find out how much did she use for each one of them, right? So for that, what do you think we need to do? We need to take 6.6 and we need to divide it by 4. And that will give us our quotient at the top, will tell us how much lace did she use for each pillowcase. Okay, so once you're done dividing up 6.6 to 4, please go ahead and check your answer for question 2. And I really hope that you're doing it along with me. And always, you can, grades 4, you can pause the video, do the question, check the answer, then move on. Okay, let's go ahead and do question 3. Question 3 says, Damon mailed 4 packages. One of them weighed 1.8 kg. The other 3 packages weighed 2.05 kg. Each. Find the total weight of the 4 packages. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to add them up. So let's go ahead. First, we are going to do this. So how many packages are there? There are 4 packages. One of them weighs 1.8 kg, right? The other 3 packages weigh 2.05 kg. So what do we need to do? There's 3 packages that weigh 2.05 kg. So we are going to, instead of adding 2.05 three times, we could have done it two ways. We could have added 2.05 three times, and then at the end we could have added 1.8. Yes, and we'll add a 0 here. Okay, we can do it, grades 4, we can do it this way, where we add all, because they need to know all together. So for all together, we usually add, or we can multiply as well. Okay, so you can do it two ways. So we know that one of the packages weighs 1.8 kg. Three of the packages weigh 2.0 kg each. So which means they want us to know what is all together. So we can either do it 2.05 times 3, and then whatever answer we get, we would add that answer to 1.8 kg, because one of the packages is 1.8 kg and they want to know all together. Or this is how you would do it the other way, where we can skip multiplication and we can add all the packages together. So go ahead and you can choose whichever method. If you choose multiplication, then at the end you would have to add this number to your answer, because one of the packages is 1.8. If you choose to do adding, then you have to add all four numbers. Okay, so go ahead, you should get the same answer. Whichever method you choose, you can get the same answer for either way. Once you're done, please make sure to check your answer from your answer key. Okay, let's go ahead and move to question 4. Also, grades 4, do not forget to write your statements, as in the sentence at the end. Okay, so let's go to question 4. Question 4 says, Tracy bought a pot and 6 plates. The pot cost $5.65. Each plate cost $1.45. How much did she spend all together? Okay, so we know that she bought, how many pots did she buy? Tracy bought a pot and plates. So the pot was $5.65, right? That's the pot. How many plates did she buy? She bought 6 plates, and each plate was $1.45. So this equals 1 pot, this equals 1 plate. Now, how many plates did she buy all together? She bought 6 plates. So just like the last question, grades 4, if you chose to add in the previous question, I would encourage you to do the multiplying. Okay, so what are we going to multiply? We are going to multiply the price of 1 plate to 6, because that's how many plates there are, or that's how many plates Tracy bought. So this will be our first step. Okay, we need to multiply 1 plate to 6 plates. Once you get the answer, you are going to add your answers. Your answer, your price of plate, and your price of pot. Okay, but you need to figure this out first. What is the price of 6 plates? What did she pay for all 6 plates? And then you're going to add that price of plates, 6 plates, to the price of 1 pot. Does that make sense? And at the end, you're going to write your sentence. Tracy paid blank dollars all together. Does that make sense? If you chose to add, what I'm saying is you could, instead of multiplying, we could add $1.45 6 times, but that's a long time. That's going to take us longer. So therefore, multiplying would be an easy and quick way instead of adding $1.45 6 times. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on to question 5. Question 5 says, Natalie and Alice shared the cost of their lunch equally. The lunch cost $6.70. How much money did Alice have left if she had $15.35 at first? Okay, so let's go ahead, and we know two people paid how much? So two people paid $6.70, right? So two people paid $6.70. Now, we need to, our first step is, we are going to find out how much did each person pay. So first step, grades 4, this is your first step. We are going to divide up 2 and 6.70. So let's go ahead. 2 times 3 gives us 6. I'm left with nothing because I subtract. I bring my decimal down. Now I can bring my 7 down. Okay? 2 times what would give me something closer to 7? So it would obviously be 3. 2 times 3 gives me 6. I subtract again. I am left with 1. Now I can bring my 0 down. 2 times 5 gives me 10. There we go. So we found out $3.35 is what each person paid. This is not her answer. It's a 2-part problem. Okay? Now we know that Alice paid $3.35 and so did her friend. So now we can subtract because the question says if Alice had $15.35 at first, how much did she have left? So that means out of $15.35, we need to subtract how much she paid for her lunch. That is part 2 of the problem. So grades 4, once you've done this step, go ahead and subtract this number. And then we'll find out how much did Alice have at first, or how much did she have left. Okay? That is question 5. Let's move on to question 6. Question 6 says, Janet bought 3 pencils and a pen for $2.20. If the pen cost $0.85, how much did each pencil cost? Okay, so let's go ahead, and again, this is a 2-part problem. Okay, so our first step is so this is question 6. First step is we know Janet bought 3 pencils and a pen for $2.20 and the pen costs $0.85. So our first step is to let's subtract these numbers to find out how much did the pencils cost, because we know that out of this, the pen cost $0.85, right? So it costs $0.85. So we'll find out how much were the pencils, 3 pencils. So let's subtract. I'm going to borrow. 10 take away 5 leaves me with 5. I was left with 1 here. And then I am going to borrow again from here. I'll be left with 1 here. This becomes an 11. 11 take away 8 leaves me with 3. Don't forget your decimal. 1 take away 0. I am left with 1. We just found out that out of this price, whatever she paid, 85 cents was for the pen, $1.35 she paid for 3 pencils, right? Now, that is not what they're asking. This was 3 pencils, right? So now we need to divide this price to 3. So go ahead and divide up. Okay, so we need to find out how much did she pay for how much was each pen? I'll help you get started. We'll have a 0 here because we cannot, before we combine these numbers, we'll have to put a 0 because we cannot use this one. Now you can go ahead and you can combine these two numbers and look for 3 times table and see which number is closest to 13. Okay? Once you get the answer, that will tell us how much did each pencil cost. Okay? So it should be something like 0 point something something. Before you check your answer key, finish your question first. Okay? So this was question 6. Let's go to question 7. Question 7 says, Mrs. Dunn sewed curtains for her living room and 3 bedrooms. She used 3.46 meter of material for each bedroom and 4.25 meter of material for the living room. How much material did she use all together? Okay, so let's go ahead, and we know that our first step is we need to multiply something. Again, this is a 2-step problem. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we know she used 3.46 meter. This is question 7. And she made material for each bedroom, and she had 3 bedrooms. So we are going to multiply this to 3, right? So we need to find out how much material did she use all together. So first we're going to find out how much did she use for her bedroom. So 3.46 is what she used for each bedroom, and she had 3 bedrooms. So 3 times 6 gives me what? 18. Then I take 1 at the top. 3 times 4 gives me 12 plus 1, which would make it 13. Then I carry it over. 3 times 3 gives me 9 plus 1, 10. Right? So 10.38 meters is what she used for her living room space. For her bedroom space only. Now let's find out, she also has a living room to work on. So for a living room, she used how much? 4.25 meters. And for bedrooms, what did she use? 10.38. What do you think we need to do? What's our second step? If they want to know altogether how much did she use? So our second step would be adding the living room and the bedroom material. So go ahead and add these numbers, and then you will find out how much did she use all together. Okay, so that's part 2 of question 7. Let's move on to question 8. Question 8 says, the usual price of a kiwi is 0.60 cents. At a sale, a packet of 4 kiwis is sold for $2.20. How much cheaper is a kiwi at the sale? Okay. So for this one, we know that 4 kiwis, how much do they cost? They cost $2.20. And 1 kiwi is, so we need to find out, well, how much would 1 kiwi cost, right? So let's go ahead and we are going to divide up, again, this is a 2-part problem. 2.20 divided by 4, right? So once we get that, 4 times, can I use this? Can I do this? I have 2 here and I have 4 here. Or do I need to combine these 2? I obviously need to combine these 2, right? So I'm going to put a 0 before I combine. Then I put my decimal point, and I know 4 times 5 gives me 20. I subtract, 2 take away 0 leaves me with 2. and 0. I can bring it down now. 4 times 5 gives me 20 again. That is the first step of the problem, right? Now they want to know how much cheaper is a kiwi at sale. So what are we going to do? We are going to subtract the difference. So it is 0.60, take away 0.55, and that would give us the difference, or the price difference. Okay, so that is part 2 of the problem. Once you've done that, grade 4, only then you can check your answers in the answer key. So this was part 1. This is part 2 of question 8. On that note, we are done our math for today, and I will see you next time. Okay, good luck.